How big was it to get first one back from the break as a W, breaking off a 10-game streak for the Sox?
We played a good baseball game. We pitched well. It was a tough day to score. We came out and got a pitcher in the first inning, which was great. A couple really good at bats to lead off the game by Bushy and Tucker, and then a big swing. Dansby had another big swing in the first. That a lot of days is a good result. And then we, played some good defense. The double play was a huge play by Pete with no outs, first and second. That was an enormous play. So, just played a good baseball game. Got a really good effort from our bullpen.
As far as the play by Pete and then the one by Kyle earlier, I mean, is that baseball game where those things, are missed a lot? I know not in your clubhouse, but certainly, Pete's play arguably is a game changer.
Yeah, I mean, I just think in tough offensive days when maybe, you really got to be perfect to get a home run, that a defensive play or a couple of defensive plays can be a big difference. And, it showed up today. So, both plays, the Tucker ball's an extra base hit. The Pete ball is they got a good inning working. And then you kind of stop the inning completely. So, that's what defense does. That's why it's such a big, quietly helps your pitchers just be better.
Craig, it's kind of interesting if you play the offensive MVP of the team, you really have three guys. You could just split the vote. The one that didn't make the All-Star team might be having the best of it.
Yeah, you could probably put four in there, and I think Seiya's. He's having a tremendous offensive season, and get guys, and I mean even his other at bats today, excellent. Hit a couple other balls hard, and it's just put men on base in front of them, and good things have seemed to happen this year, and we'll keep trying to do that. But we've got the top. Those guys are all swinging it good, and it makes it tough to get through those guys. You got to get through those guys four to five times a night, and that makes us a good offense.
How do you look at a day like Shaw had, where he hit the ball hard 3 times? Is that a win in the mind of a manager and the player himself?
Well, that's all you can do. So you can hit the ball hard for sure, and it was nice. He had a nice day. Did some good things for sure. So something to build on.
What did you think of Colin's performance?
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bend don't break today. The walks was not a normal thing for him. I think he had 4 walks, which is a little out of character. But made some big pitches when he had to. Made a big pitch in the second inning, I thought, or the third when they put together a 2-out rally. Made some big pitches in Narvaez. So, in the end, it's 5 innings and 1 run, and that's a good start.
How tough is that first start after break, and maybe you've had an extended period off, and you have to come back and kind of get back in the swing of things?
Yeah, I feel like body-wise, you're just not quite as explosive. It's kind of what I felt, but I was able to kind of keep my routine throughout the break, still throw and work out. So try and keep it as close as possible. But getting that first one in and getting it, out of the way feels good.
Is that when you look at the 4 walks? Is that kind of what you're doing, kind of getting back into the swing? Is that what you attribute that to?
Yeah, just the timing is a little bit off in the delivery, just because. And I didn't have too much time off. It was only 7 days or whatever, but that's kind of what it felt like. Yeah.
Your view of that double play, how did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean, it was, unfortunate, mental error on their part, but. Pete stepped up and made a great throw, so that was huge. That you don't know how the inning's going to go after that. If he stays at second, there's only 1 out there, so that was a big play.
That for Pete, that wasn't even a tough one for him. But without even looking behind you, you are at the point where it goes up. Mm-hmm. That's caught.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was a good throw by him too. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bang bang, but it was close enough to where. He doesn't make a great throw, and maybe he gets back to second. So, good throw.
Tucker said that you're not only a good pitcher, but an awesome teammate. When you know that people feel that way about you, and it seems that that's a common thread in this team. Been on other good teams. Where does this one rank as far as having comrades behind you?
Yeah, it's up there, and everyone has been saying that all year. Guys who have coming in from different organizations just saying that this is, one of the, if not the best team that they played on as far as guys that we got in the clubhouse, and just a lot of great personalities and a lot of good teammates.
Pete's catch in double play was big, but the sliding catch that Tucker made, just with the defense that you have behind you, what does that kind of do for you from a mentality standpoint? Jet talked pregame about just how strong the defense is. Like, as a pitcher, when you're out there, what does that do for you when you have those guys behind you? Yeah,
it's huge. I mean, it's just another confirmation of us just attacking the strike zone, kind of what we've been doing all year. I had some at-bats today where I didn't do that, but, for the most part, it was just, just trying to get the ball over the plate and let the defense make the plays. I think where we're set up defensively and, balls are going to fall in from time to time, but for the most part, we got athletic guys out there that get great jumps on the ball and make good plays.
Team says they're going to watch Matt's innings and Cade's innings for obvious reasons. You had a career high last year. Does that kind of prepare you for another, stretched out season for yourself, whether it be matching it or going past it or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's just one game at a time, really. I'm not sure innings-wise what, their situations are a little bit different, but, I just try to take it one game at a time, whatever they need from me.
Do you feel strong?
Yeah.
How do players look at the trading deadline? What is the conversation like among guys when it gets down to the wire? Is there kind of like fans as far as the way you guys look at, we're hearing we might get this or that? How does that run?
I think it's person to person, really. It depends. I mean, I think at the end of the day, guys are focusing on playing for the most part. It may come up in conversation from now and again, but, I think for the most part, we're concentrated on playing and, doing what we can to win that day with who we got.
立ち上がりがいいピッチャーなんですけど、ちょっと立ち上がり苦しんでたんで、なんとかその立ち上がりにしっかり打てたらなっていうふうに思ってたんで、ファーストストライクかなと思ったんで、しっかり振れたんでよかったです。
He's a good pitcher, but it was in a tough situation for him, so I was trying to think about, I want to take this opportunity and make the best out of it, so stay aggressive there.
How did you spend the All-Star break, and did you watch the game?
オールスターブレイクはいかがでしたかっていうのと、試合を見ましたか？
ずっと寝てて見てないです、一度も。
I was asleep the whole time, so I didn't watch it once.
Did they officially ask you to be in the home run derby or no?
ホームランダービーには正式に招待はされたんですか？
お誘いはありましたけど、僕が出ても勝てないので断らせていただきました。
I mean, there was an invitation, but even if I didn't go, I can't win, so I said no.
Why can't you win?
なんで勝てないんですか？
体を見てもらえれば。
I mean, if you look at my body, you can probably tell.
エド君なら勝てたかもしれない。
Edwin might have been able to.
Do you think the break will be helpful? You just getting that extra rest, where you're away from the All-Star hoopla and everything else that goes on with that?
そのオールスターブレイクをちゃんと休暇を取って、自分にはいい機会だと思いますか？
そうですね。初めて前半戦大きな怪我なくいけたので、結構やっぱ疲労感も強かったですし、初めての体験だったんで、しっかり休めたっていうのは良かったかなと思います。
Yeah, I think so. I was able to get a lot of rest. That was the first time in the first half where I didn't have any major injuries, and there was a little bit of fatigue built up. So I was able to take time off and rest my body.
Going back to the home run, you talked about being aggressive, and that's something that you wanted to do. Was that kind of prime example of what you can do when you're aggressive with the first two hitters to take a long at bat and got in the walks and you went after the first pitch?
積極的に振るっていうので、今日の場面でもその最初の2人のバッターが長い打席を立ってで、初球を積極的に振るっていうのはそういう感じですか？
しっかりボールを数多く投げてくれたおかげでどういう球種かなっていうのはなんとなく分かってたんで、そんなにもともとコントロール悪いピッチャーではないんですけど、ちょっと苦しんでたっていうのもあったんで入れに来るかなっていうのもあったので、 自分のなんかその、感覚じゃないですけど、直感で行きました。
Yeah, I mean, he has good command, and I think I was able to see a lot of pitches because of the first two at bats, high pitch count. It's tough situation for him, and because I was able to do that, I was thinking about, okay, if the opportunity is there, stay aggressive on that first pitch.
Do you view this, since we didn't watch you in Japan, as the best season you've ever had to this point in a baseball season?
その日本の時のキャリアのはあんまり見てないんですけど、今シーズンの前半っていうのは自分のキャリアの中で一番いい前半と思いますか？
そうですね、ここまで打点だったりホームランが打てるとは思ってなかったんで、ちょっと正直びっくりはしてますけど、引き続きやっていきたいなと思います。
Yeah, I would say so. I'm surprised myself with how much RBIs I've been getting, how much home runs I've been getting. Never would have thought that those numbers would be there. So I just want to stay consistent with it and take it into the second half.
Just talking to Dansby about, is this the best defensive team he's ever been on? And I guess it's not even fair questions, but this one's so much fun to watch. How much fun is it to be a part of it?
It's the most fun. You saw it today from Maddie, from Kyle, Ian holding Rafael to a single. The middle turning a couple double plays and whatnot, but yeah, we do that very well. And I think individually when you have your defensive abilities to rely on, that's huge in itself. But as a whole squad, I think when you can go out there and know that we're very capable of taking hits away if the hits aren't coming for us, then I think it's even better.
Your role in the double play, was that pretty unusual double play? Did you deke him or something, or was it you just
couldn't tell you? Couldn't tell you. Yeah, I didn't try and deke or anything. That was
routine play.
It was just catch and throw.
Were you surprised to look up and see just how much room there was between them?
Yeah, I was, but then I got two middle infielders who I feel like I got a pretty big margin for error with in terms of throws. So, like I said, catch and throw, got Nico at the bag to go pick me up, and that was great. Yeah.
Arm strength-wise, you seem to have different throws with the same type of velocity. Is that my imagination, or can you throw from different angles and still get a lot on the ball?
Yeah, definitely. I've always, practiced that kind of thing. It's important to be able to do that. I don't know if that's overlooked from an outfield standpoint. I don't know what's being taught to the younger kids today, but I would encourage them to, practice making those off-balance athletic throws, because that's really all it is just, utilizing your athleticism. You see Dansby do it all the time. You see Nico do it all the time. You see every infielder do it. So I don't think there's any reason that outfielders shouldn't be able to do the same thing.
How much fun has it been for you to watch Seiya this year at the plate, especially coming off the break, first pitch after the break?
Yeah, kind of perfect. He's obviously picked up right where he left off, and I hope he approaches the second half for himself as just an opportunity to show everybody what could have happened to him for the All-Star break. Same with Bushy, same with Carson, but Seiya's been doing it for us, and he's pretty incredible. So I just hope that he he continues to let himself do that, and I think he'll be just fine.
We didn't get to ask you about the All-Star game, the local group here. What was that experience like? Can you put it into a short soundbite of what that meant to you and how it was for your family?
Yeah, it meant everything. I had my parents there and some of my best friends, so it's really all I could ask for. And getting to share with Kyle and Maddie was awesome. Maddie's family, Sam. So obviously Haley, my girlfriend, but it was just a lot and not a lot of time, and I think I still somehow found a way to take it in a couple times, and it was pretty surreal. It was special.
Seiya said he slept during the game and rested a lot during the break. Are you jealous of that?
He what?
Said he slept during the All-Star game and rested most of the break. You jealous of that?
No. No. Seiya got a lot of good family time in. I heard a little bit about his plans, so no, I'm glad he got his sleep. I just want a rested Seiya every day. That's it's a good Seiya. It's the best Seiya. So.
Pete, seeing the atmosphere here today, the Red Sox in town, does it give you a sense of what these next 2.5 months might be like for this group, kind of the anticipation of what could be the rest of this?
I mean, we've had that all year, so no, I've been ready for it. Simple, yeah.